Hooty hoo, guys! It's me, Andy. It's your calamity girl. And I just want to make sure that I'm live before I introduce my guest. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Are you nervous?
Hello, everyone.
And we are live out of my
Hello,
bedroom.
hello.
And I want to introduce our guest to you. This is Ian.
Yes,
This
yes.
is
Thank you.
Ian from Kenya, Africa.
Yeah, thank you so much, Calamity Girl. I'm very, very happy.
You are so very welcome. Welcome, welcome. And by the way, welcome to Wyoming.
Wyoming is in Cheyenne.
Cheyenne is the capital of our state of Wyoming.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So
so, so like,
greetings.
uh, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying greetings to everyone from Africa, Kenya. My name is
Uh,
Ian. They
and
call
tell
me,
us a little bit about Ian. Who is Ian?
they call me Finding Ian.
Okay.
So, so Finding Ian is a professional live streamer or a professional YouTuber in Africa, a village boy who has grown beside his grandparents since he was 2 years old.
Oh, not your parents.
My grandparents.
Okay, where were your parents?
It's a long story. I'm gonna be explaining that as we continue.
Okay, very good. He's a little bit frozen. I'm sure it will work out in just a moment. Hooty hoo, hi, Alan and Contra and True and Lori and there's True again. Let me see if I can find him. Oh, he's probably freaking out. Am I frozen also? Am I frozen also, chat? Okay. Okay, so it's on his end. Okay. He left and he'll come back. Let me see. Oh goodness, um it's always something. Okay, remove guest. Okay, now I can add guest. Okay. Okay. Will you get me for a little bit until he comes back? So, let me tell you a little bit about Ian from what I know. Oh, here he is. He can tell you more about himself. Okay. And there he is. There's our friend.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Oh, yes, everybody can hear you. Well, so far it's filling up. We have 25 people here so far. We usually have about 40.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So my internet went out real quick. You know, here in Africa, we do things the old analog way.
it's okay.
We
It's
we buy
okay.
internet. We buy internet every time. So I'm really really happy to be here on Calamity Girl YouTube page,
Mhm.
and this is a very nice opportunity to me, like to speak my knowledge to the world and everyone out there, to share my
Okay.
experiences.
Mhm.
And in the process
Mhm.
of teaching my experiences, like I hope someone else will at least learn and take some points down, because
We can
I
all
always
learn.
believe,
We all learn from each other, Ian.
yes, exactly.
Yes, your light went out. There you go.
Yeah, electricity, Africa.
It's okay. Here in the United States, we're not used to something like that.
Yes.
So that's normal for
So
you.
so I'm 22 years old.
Okay.
I'm still trying. I called myself finding Ian. A lot of people ask me that question. Why finding Ian?
Okay.
It's because I've always wanted to find my purpose in life.
I
And
see.
in the process of me wanting to find my purpose in life, I've always wanted to find other people who are like-minded like me.
Okay.
So,
Very good.
and through that process, I found people like Calamity Girl who share their lives out there to the world. They
Mm.
share every moment with everyone. So, yes, finding Ian finds.
So is that your given name, Ian?
Yeah, Ian is my given name.
Okay. And
Yeah.
so you said that you were raised by your grandparents.
Yes, I was brought up by my grandparents. I can give a little bit of history of that.
Yes.
Yeah, it always like ends up emotional, but I hope I'm strong enough. I am strong enough.
If you don't want to right now, that's okay. We can talk about something different right now.
Okay, but I can give like just a short, like brief. So
Wonderful.
growing up as a little young boy in Africa, like especially if you are male, like it ends up being tough as you get to the adult stage. So for me, I found myself being taken to one side to the other, one side to the other, and like the relationship between my parents was like hostile.
Oh, I
This
see.
thing people call these people call what people call domestic violence.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah, so the only suitable point where I could grow up well was me being taken to my grandparents since I was 2 years old.
Okay.
So that's the summary of it all. That's how now I started.
Okay.
So I've
Okay. Very
I've
good.
grown up, yeah. So I've grown up with my grandparents,
Hmm.
and I know my grandma maybe will watch this live stream. I wanna say hi to her. She means the whole
Hello,
world.
Grandma.
Yes, yes. So growing up in Africa like has very many experiences, especially
Hmm.
for me.
Hmm.
It has very many lessons,
Hmm.
and I want to share my story to everyone.
Sure.
And I know, I'm not the only one growing up in such an environment. And
Hmm.
beside every dark story, there's always the brighter story now.
Of course. Of
So
course.
I've schooled in Africa, high school, college,
I
and
see. So
actually,
a lot of people have joined our live stream. Welcome,
yes,
very welcome, welcome, welcome to Wyoming, the cowboy state.
Cheyenne.
Cheyenne is our capital. Yes.
Wow, wow,
Mhm.
that's amazing.
Have you ever heard of Jackson Hole?
Jackson?
Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
No,
It's
no, no.
famous. It's famous for being an old cowboy town.
Wow.
And there's rodeos, there's daily rodeos, and
Yes,
there is uh, in the summer there is the most beautiful mountains you've ever seen, and rivers and
yes,
forests and lakes and
Wow.
animals galore. And then the winter we have lots of snow. And then
Wow.
and then in town they have skiing, a lot of
Wow.
skiing and world class skiing. So it's a
Wow.
resort. It's a resort town. We stay away from there.
Here in Africa, we only have snow on peaks of mountains only.
Like Kilimanjaro.
Yeah, like Kilimanjaro, Mount Kenya. Those are the only two famous mountains. And it's very little snow, not much snow.
Oh, okay. Well, we average about 9 feet of snow over the whole winter.
Yes.
So that is a lot.
Wow.
It used about 20 years ago. It used to be about twice that. So,
Yeah.
oh yeah. So that's 20 years ago. That's 18 feet of snow. That's a lot.
Wow. And what's lowest temperature ever recorded there when it's snowing or in winter?
Well, since I've been here,
Yeah, yeah, since you've
I
been
can
here.
only say since I have been here, and that has been minus 48 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wow, that's so freezing. That's like
Oh
being
yeah.
in a fridge.
Oh yes.
That's so
Oh yes. Yeah. It's dangerously cold. Hmm.
Here in Africa we don't have seasons like, but sometimes it gets cold,
Hmm. Yeah.
very, very cold. Like you have to
Okay.
keep warm 24/7.
Yeah. We'll see. Like out this window, um,
Yes,
we have our wood for winter to keep us warm. But we have uh, a little bit of forest here. And
wow,
then uh, and then behind us,
yes,
we have some pasture land behind us, and then we have a
yes,
bunch of forest, and then we have
yes,
more pasture land up beyond there.
wow,
So and we only have for Wyoming standard, it's not a lot of land, and it's
wow,
20 acres. Now, for
oh,
somebody from, say, California,
yes,
that's a lot of land. Yeah.
wow.
Yes.
So what?
Now, like Hugh, you see him on the screen right now. Hi,
Yeah,
Hugh. He lives in Wyoming, and he
yes,
used to live in Jackson long ago,
yeah,
and so he knows exactly where I live. And then
wow,
now he lives on the other side of the state,
yes,
but north. So he lives
yes,
northeast,
yeah,
and I'm southwest on the other
wow,
side because it's a big state, really big state.
wow,
Not like California, but I think it's the eighth largest state.
wow.
If I'm somebody correct me if I'm wrong, please. Yes.
So
But
if I
yeah,
could,
we are expecting snow this week, and it's actually quite chilly right now. That's why I have a sweater on.
wow. So if I could ask a question,
Of course.
do you guys like have organic foods in Wyoming?
Well, let me show you. Only by choice.
Yes,
I like to. Now this year my health has not been so well for me to go and garden per se. Normally I
wow,
garden, and but this is a mess because I have not done it this year. But this is part of my garden right here.
wow,
And that's just part of it. And then I have uh, this over here, and that's my greenhouse. That's where I grow my fruits inside of there, like my tomatoes and my cucumbers and my zucchini and my peppers. Um,
wow,
anything with a seed. That's that. There we go. Go ahead, Grace. Anything with the seed, that's where I grow them. Is inside there
Wow.
because our weather is not permitted. We're too cold for
Very
us to grow anything. So we
wow.
have to really work at it. Yes. So,
But
but and I like to eat. We call it eating clean, and I
yeah.
like to eat clean because let me get this back in here. There we go. I like to eat. I like to eat clean because of my health. I'm not healthy. I have multiple sclerosis,
Yeah.
and yes, and so uh, if I'm trying to get my body as healthy as it can be. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. But it's becoming more and more popular to do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you guys can keep like domesticated animals over there, right?
Oh yes, look like I have one of my dogs there who actually she wants to go outside right now.
What's
And
her
so
name? What's her name?
yep, in and out. And then on here on the bed there I have a cat. And then
Wow.
I have
Yes.
another cat uh sitting up there on top of my chair.
Wow.
And then I have two more dogs.
Uh,
Uh,
no,
uh,
you had there was a tiny little there was a tiny little puppy you had put on your video. What was her name?
oh, this one, Grace.
Yeah, yeah, that one, that one, that one.
Yes, that's Grace. Uh,
She's very cute.
she is cute. She's a barky face, though. She barks a lot. Come on, Grace.
Yeah.
Yes, she does. Yeah.
Wow.
She she's not trained. I don't know how to train her. Never have, and so she's just not going to be trained. Yes. So so yes, I used to have horses, but I can't care for them anymore. And so
Yeah.
I it was not fair for me to keep asking my husband to go and feed the horses. It wasn't
Wow.
fair. So one of them died, and then we returned the other one to my girlfriend, who that was her horse, and her horse was keeping my horse company.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I would exercise her horse for her. But then it got to
Wow.
the point to where I couldn't do that anymore.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
So here in Africa,
mhm.
like in most places, like in here we call these places up country or ushago.
Up
So
country?
we call them ushago in Kenya. We call like in the villages.
Okay. Okay, I understand.
Yes, in the villages. So there you find like very many domestic animals.
Mhm.
You find people growing all types of vegetables like kale, spinach,
Sure.
tomatoes, cucumbers, watermelons, butternuts.
Oh.
But then again, you'll find that most of these crops grown like they are not for sale. It's
Oh.
just for local consumption
Okay.
or for just like for survival.
Mhm. Oh, I
But the
see.
one but the ones that you'll find are for sale, they are like grown by large corporates in large farms.
Yeah. Same here.
So so that's what you'll commonly find in the markets.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is the same here. Well, there's something that is called a farmer's market. And
Yes.
that is where people bring their goods to a common place, usually a park or something like that, and and the people from the town or the common places, that are around there, that's uh, sometimes where they'll go in the summertime to get their fruits and vegetables and maybe some special baked goods or something. And then we have the supermarkets that
Wow.
they carry everything you would need. But like you said, they are grown um, in mass production. Or we have organic
Wow.
supermarkets, and those are quite
Wow.
expensive.
Yes, I have a friend here in Africa who travels around the world. He's a very big YouTuber as well.
Hmm.
So he once visited the United States right there, and he was showing us around how organic foods are sold in supermarkets in New York. And I
Okay,
saw
yes.
one avocado was going for $4 in New York, $4.99
Oh,
USD.
yes. Yes. It,
But here in Africa,
yeah.
four, like $4.99 can get you like a whole crate of avocados. You cannot even finish.
Oh my gosh. Well, my husband, he recently bought some avocados and they were $2.99 each.
$2.99.
Yes.
That that's expensive.
Oh, yeah. And things have gotten very expensive here, especially since the pandemic. I don't want to say the word because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube.
Okay, okay.
Yes, and so since that worldwide illness went around, our everything has become so expensive, very expensive.
So like items have doubled up the prices.
Some things maybe have doubled, some things maybe have tripled or quadrupled. It depends on
Yes,
what it is.
yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
So talking
Yeah.
about schools in Cheyenne,
Okay.
like do we have colleges there, high schools?
Well, yes. Cheyenne has the university. Well, no, it, Hugh, help me out. University of Wyoming, is that in Casper or Cheyenne? He is. Hugh is on here, and he also lives in Wyoming. There's there is um, satellite classes for that school. Uh,
Yes,
However, high schools, you will find them. High schools are mandatory for federal law. So
yes,
everywhere has a will have a high school. So
yes,
every child who is from grade 12,
yeah,
I'd say through kindergarten through grade
yeah,
12, is it is by law they need to there to be educated.
yes,
Anything over grade 12,
yes,
for say a higher education university,
yeah.
that is paid by the individual or scholarships.
Wow.
Hmm. How about there?
That's Here we have very many high schools,
Hmm.
very many colleges,
Hmm.
but um, recently it has been like mandatory for kids to go to school, but earlier on it was schools were optional. You could choose to go or choose not to go. but
Oh, so they're
for now,
mandatory only in the city?
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But for now it's mandatory. But deep in the villages where people cannot reach, like you still find some choose not to go.
Mhm,
So that makes
mhm.
the society has like kind of a mixture of both literate and the vice versa of it.
Yes, yes, I
So,
understand. Is that
so yeah.
is that a problem with your e-commerce?
Yes.
Okay. Can you
Yeah.
explain what kind of problems you have as a result of that?
So the problem with that is that you find like majority of the population still chooses not to go to school
Why?
because they focus on like improving the standard of living, and they feel like going to school is like they are not making use of the time potentially or enough. So they want to like venture into businesses, like quick early businesses, like just to feed themselves, to feed their families, to feed their relatives. So you'll find
Mhm.
maybe young gentlemen venturing into motorbike riding business.
Okay.
You'll find young ladies going to fetch firewood in the forest to come and make charcoal to sell. So they find that
Oh, that's
more
shocking.
yes, so they find that more powerful or more making sense than going to school.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Now, see here, my
Yes.
husband goes in and he fetches the wood.
Yeah.
Uh, or we would buy it from somebody, and it's usually a gentleman.
Yeah.
I've never heard of a woman doing firewood, and I'm sure that there are.
Yes.
And I want to give a shout out to them, a
Yes.
big shout out to them, because that is hard work.
Yes.
Now, but I must. Well, one thing I forgot to tell you was about an alternative that people have that a lot of people are turning to, and it's home. It's called homeschool.
Yes.
And so, a lot of people homeschool their children privately,
Yes.
meaning that they do it on their own without supervision. And then there's some people who choose to homeschool their children publicly, which they do it uh, at their home location, but supervised.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Because it is mandatory for every child who from grade I don't know if kindergarten is mandatory, but grade 1 I know is through 12.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah.
So here in Africa, like especially in Kenya, because I'm from Kenya,
Mhm.
so you'll find most of a larger percentage of the young growing teenagers, they'll choose home over school.
Mm.
So
Well,
you
if
find
I would think that if you would leave that up to a teenager, most
yes,
teenagers would choose to stay home. I would
yes,
have.
yes. So
Oh,
that gives up like a challenge, a very tough challenge to people like us who are out here trying to like we who are educated and at least are trying to like create a change in the society, like trying to use each and every step we make out like to try to make them understand that going to school and getting literate is like significant. So we
wow.
get challenges like when maybe we are going to film outside. You film and people will start asking you, why are you taking photos of me? Why are you taking videos of me? Like they still don't understand. So that's part of the disadvantage and the challenges that come along with people not going to school, like majority.
Hmm.
So that's a very tough challenge.
Yes. So, what percentage of the children that do go to school actually go on to university?
I can say 40,
Oh, okay.
40.
Okay.
And out of the 40, only like 35 will make it. 35 to 30.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hmm.
Because along the way, like it gets very tough, especially if you are transcending from high school to college.
Right.
Like in college, things get much tougher, so that you'll find like if anything mixes you up, then you'll drop out real quick.
Certainly. Yeah.
Yeah.
May I divert for just a moment? I want to ask you about something.
Yes.
I watched one of your live streams because you're like me. You do mainly live stream.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. And you were in a hotel room recently
Yes. Yeah.
and you were excited about the shower. And
Yeah.
you
Yeah. Yeah.
said, "Oh, I'm going to be in there for 1 hour because I paid rent for that." And then what I just thought was the cutest thing in the whole world was you sat down and there was a fan. And you looked at this fan and you were so amazed by it. Do you remember this? Oh, he froze again. Okay, he'll be right back. I thought, gosh, I thought, oh, Ian, you should blink, but it was frozen.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm back. I'm
okay,
back.
okay. And so I think where we left off was, and then there was a fan. Do you remember this fan?
Yes. Yes. The rotating fan.
Yes, yes. You were amazed by that. And I must tell you, I was
Yes.
laughing
Yes.
because look, I have a rotating fan on my ceiling.
Yes.
And I have one in my other bed in my other room too, my big room.
Yes.
And that's common for us to have
Yeah.
fans on our ceiling.
Yeah.
And I got the biggest kick out of that.
Yeah.
And that and then you went on to explain about the shower
Yes.
and how people in your village,
Yes.
which they bathe in the river, but the river
Yes.
is very muddy.
Yeah.
And so, but that is the normal for people for
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
from your village.
Exactly.
Now, let me tell you something.
Yes.
If that were to happen here,
Yeah.
the parents would be reported and
Oh,
their children would probably be taken away from them.
the government takes away the kids from you?
Only under certain circumstances,
Ah,
only
that's
if
tough.
they're abused.
Yes.
And if we did not have running water in our home
Yes.
and we had small children, or we did not have electricity in our home,
Yes.
that your children can be taken away from you because that is I'm sorry, that is considered an
Yes.
unsafe environment. It's called
Oh.
neglect.
Eh.
Yes. Yes.
It's very different here in Kenya.
Hmm.
Because
Yes.
here children and kids grow they just grow how the environment they are in,
Yes.
like it's up to them to fit in that environment, and it's up to them to to adapt. So you
Hmm.
find like maybe if a kid has not been fed in his or her homestead, that's not neglect. He or she has to go to the neighbors to look for food. It's like that. Yes. If the kid has not taken shower at home, it's up to the kid to go to the river and shower. Like that, like that. So from a child like that to adulthood. So you kids in Africa here grow like that. I've actually done live streams. I film almost everything. So you find kids grazing and in the hot sun, and you ask the kid, what time did you leave at home and you're grazing cows out here in the field? And out in the
At what
field we have
age?
at 12, 7, 5.
Oh my.
So so
5.
you ask the kid, a kid is 5 years old out in the forest, grazing like 100 cows and 100 sheep, and you ask this kid, what time did you leave home? And the kid says, I left home at 6 a.m. in the morning. And you ask the kid, did you eat anything? No. Why are you holding a cup in the forest with many goats and sheep? And the kid says, my brother was just from getting porridge to me from home. So you see, and the time that I'm asking this kid these questions, it's on a Wednesday, on a weekday.
Hmm.
And that means that it's school time because weekdays is school time.
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is a 5-year old kid in a forest filled with elephants and hyenas. He's alone, grazing 100 sheep and 100 cows, left home without breakfast, and it's noontime, so he's gonna be there without even lunch. You see how tough
Okay.
it is? So it's like
This,
that.
if that happened here, let me tell you
Yeah.
what would happen.
Yes.
Either the parents would be on the phone with the police reporting their child missing, or number two, the parents would be arrested and the
Yes.
children taken away from them.
Oh, and you know the funny thing about the situation now in Africa is that they are proud of that. They don't see it as a mistake. You'll find the kid is excited to do that. The parents are excited to do that. Everyone around the kid is proud to do that. They see it as an achievement. It's like a
Wow.
cult. It's like something not easy to change. But of late, the government has been trying to advocate for such things to change, to improve. Yeah,
Hmm. I
yeah,
see.
for sure.
Real
Yes.
quick, if you haven't hit the like button, if you like us, would you hit the like button, please? Because we're two really nice people, and we would like a thumbs up. Thanks.
Yes, thumbs up.
Thank you. Okay, okay. And so, yes, that's it's very. You see, if the average family from here
Yes,
went to your village
yes,
and saw that
yeah.
the mother or father of the American family would be looking for the nearest phone to call
The
for
police.
child services. Yeah,
Uh, you see
yeah,
now, relating that
yeah. Hold
scenario to
on,
my
Josh.
story now.
Yeah.
Relating now to my story. Like you are saying, I was excited seeing the shower, excited seeing the fan rotating. You
Mm-hmm.
know, back in the villages, like we walk for very long distances to fetch water to shower. You know, it happened one time I traveled to the city. The city of Kenya is called Nairobi.
Yes, I've heard of Nairobi. Of
Yes.
course.
So
It's your
I went
yeah.
yes. So I went to Nairobi and I found a shower. So I knew if I go back to the village, I will not find this shower again. So I opened the tap of the shower tap and I showered for like an hour. Like
Mm,
the water is coming from above your head, you understand?
yeah.
And you're just like there, you are rotating, rotating, rotating. But when you go back to the village, you will use like only 10 liters to shower, and probably that's not enough for you to feel comfortable, like your skin is now clean.
Yeah.
And the water is also not clean. So it's always like you get some exposure, like we are still trying to get exposed to these new things that are coming up. So majority of the population is now behind me. Like for me, I can say I'm at least better because I'm at least educated. And so to some, if you show some people shower, they'll probably like get mad at you
Mm-hmm. Hey, Ian,
because they don't.
I real quick, very quickly. Um, is YouTube your primary way of making money?
YouTube. No, YouTube is not like I just got monetized like 4 days ago. So
Mm-hmm.
I've not been getting any money from YouTube.
Okay, I see. I see. Okay.
So
I'm sorry. We can
this
ask
part
that.
is
We
not,
can talk about that later. So go ahead.
yes.
Go
Yes.
with the shower.
Okay, so I was talking about this. It's called like exposure.
Mm-hmm.
So majority of the population in Kenya is not exposed to modernization. I can let me say modernization.
Mm-hmm.
So they are still proud of the old ways of living, the old ways, like showering in the
Sure.
river. So if you tell someone this is a rotating fan, like me, I was so excited to see a rotating fan. Yes, I've seen fans in offices,
Mm-hmm.
but this new one that is rotating left to the right to the center, and it's like blowing everywhere. So me, I'm like, wait, we have fans that rotate 360 degrees.
I loved it. You know, anybody who is an American on this stream, I
Yeah.
highly suggest that you go back and watch that. You will giggle, but then you will appreciate what you have.
I was the happiest person existing that time.
You
You
know,
know, if you if you take that to the village, people, a million people will come see what's going on with the fan. It's rotating left, right, and center.
really?
Exactly, for sure,
The
for
whole
sure.
village would come out?
Yeah, they will come out to see a a rotating fan. True story. True
Oh
story.
my gosh.
For sure, for sure.
Wow.
Yes.
The
You know,
simple things.
it's very me, I always say like it's good for people to travel. So if I would
Oh,
ask you a
yeah,
question,
of course.
if any of the viewers right now or you, if you are given a chance to relocate to maybe a place like Africa, what do you think will make you relocate? What will make you leave the States to Africa?
Well, for me, that would not be a choice. I
Yes?
do not do well with hot weather. I hate
Yeah.
hot weather. It's
Yeah.
it's bad for it. It makes my health worse. But
Yes.
I love where I live so much that
Yes.
you could offer me just about anything and I still would probably deny it.
Wow.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yes,
Wow.
I love my home. But we can ask, let's ask the chat. Okay, chat. If you could relocate from the United States to Africa, would you consider it? Put a number one in the chat if you would consider it, or number
Yes.
two in the chat if you would not consider it.
Wow. So as we wait for the responses,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I always like I'm a journalist. When I was in college,
Mm-hmm.
I used to pursue a degree in journalism.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always had the desire to like expose this life in Africa. There's still yet to be there's so much to be explored, and there's
Mm-hmm.
so much to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always had this desire like to showcase what's going on, like without being hidden,
Mm-hmm.
without filtering whatever
Mm-hmm.
exactly it is on the ground, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that is kind of like limited in a way. So like the only platforms we have is like YouTube and some other apps which like on social media like Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to such, like you'll find that people are still not proud of what is exactly on the ground. People want to show the big hotels in towns. People want to show the imported clothes. But I
Mm-hmm.
want to showcase the traditional African attires. I
Mm-hmm.
want to showcase the not so grown village towns, such
Sure.
things. Yes.
You know,
So you'll
I have.
find, yes,
Oh, I want to tell you that in 1994, I think it was, my sister, she, we grew up, in the mountains between Los Angeles and Bakersfield, California.
yes,
So we were exposed to both the city and the country life. And one day she said that she was going to Cameroon, West Africa for 3 years. And she went to a village named Shisong. And it was a 4 day um, drive by Jeep to get there. When she arrived, the children had never seen a white person before. They thought that she was dusty. Is that what you're talking about? That kind of.
yes, yes,
Okay,
yes, yes,
okay.
yes.
I completely understand. Please continue.
So I want to respond to a comment here by someone asking if the question was reversed to me, would I want to relocate to USA? My
Mhm.
question is yes, I would definitely want to. I will
Mhm.
definitely want to. And the reason is this because there's still much more needed like to change things here in Africa from the frameworks of economy to the frameworks of social interaction and the social sphere. Like there's still much needed to be learned from developed regions. You
Mhm.
understand?
I
So
do.
like, and also to people like me who want to be one day to be world traveler. I want to be a world traveler. I want to
Mhm.
travel around the world. And if For example, if I take a close look to a close friend of mine, he's a YouTuber. He's called I Am Marwa. He has traveled all over the world, but he's from Kenya. He visited the United States. He has a United States visa. But him having a United States visa is allowing him to travel everywhere else he wants.
Mhm. Mhm.
But to someone like me, with only a Kenyan passport, I can barely travel anywhere. I can
Mhm.
barely travel anywhere. Without a USA visa, I cannot go anywhere. Because
Mhm.
from the United States to Mexico, I think with only a visa you can go. But without a pass, if you don't have a passport but you have a visa, you can enter Mexico.
Not anymore. It used to be that way, but
It
now you
used to be
need a
that
passport. Yeah.
it
No.
now you need it,
Yeah.
but previously you could. So
Correct.
I'm talking of such advantages, even if they are changeable in the future.
Mhm.
Like it at least has some advantages.
Mhm.
So yes, I will definitely want
Mhm.
to relocate.
Mhm.
Yes. And also maybe for purposes of employment, someone like me who you had asked a question if YouTube is my thing to make an income. So someone like me who is still jobless, someone who is looking like I'm a storyteller, I'm a writer, I'm a journalist, I can document films, I can do videography, photography, I can write autobiographies, I can write biographies for people. So I'm still jobless because like
Mhm.
I'm graduating from college on 19th of October this month.
Oh, congratulations. That's quite an
So
accomplishment.
yes, so but the question is what next after graduation? I'm still jobless and chances of me remaining jobless, and not only me, 99% of us who will graduate will remain jobless. So yes, I would want to relocate to USA to look for jobs. And another question, if I would pose a question to myself, would you want to get like a job specifically on journalism and maybe media and something? I will say no, not necessary. Any kind of job, me I'll do.
Mhm.
Because if you focus on one particular skill, you need to like be diversified.
Yes.
Yeah. You
Agreed.
have to use,
Agreed.
you have to use your talent, you have to use your school knowledge, you have to use everything for you to
Mhm.
make ends meet. So
Absolutely.
yes, I would love to.
I think that the people here would not want to relocate to Africa
Yeah,
because, with all due respect,
yes,
it would almost be like going backwards.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
um, I have a few years ago. Uh, we lost our home to a fire,
yeah,
and we lost everything we ever had, and it was tragic
yes,
for us. It was very tragic. We came out with our lives, and we were able to rebuild our dream home.
yeah,
But we didn't save any furniture money for any furniture or anything else. But we have a beautiful home,
yeah,
and everything else will come with it in time. God has truly blessed us.
yes,
But it would be hard to give up my shower. I
yeah,
love my shower.
yeah,
I don't know, Ian, that um I don't know that I could give up my conveniences
yes,
willfully.
yeah,
Willfully.
yes,
Now, if it were for my son's life, or something like that. Of yes, I would do anything for my boy. You
Yes.
know? But I think for the average American, that would be very difficult to do.
Wow.
Yes.
So
Now I also have been blessed to where I am very well traveled.
yeah,
I used to work with the airlines, and I used to be a sky hostess,
yeah.
and so I was able to go around the world.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, yeah,
So as an air hostess, do they ask for passport? Like,
yeah,
do you need a passport and visa stamps?
yes.
It's not a free trip around the world. You know me, I always think if you are a
Well,
pilot
it
and
is
an air
free
hostess,
because we don't pay for anything.
yes,
Yeah, we don't have to pay for our passport fees.
yes.
For well, out. There's only some countries that required a visa for us to go into. China was one of them. Me personally, I didn't like China, and so I I didn't get a visa for it. I didn't want to go to China. I know do China, and so um, but I did a lot of Asian countries, Japan. A lot of the areas around Japan. I've been to Singapore, um, uh, Philippines. Uh,
Yes,
I've been to Guam. I've been
yes,
all around the Orient
yes,
and a lot of Europe.
yes.
Very, very little of Africa, but I have been to Africa.
Yes.
Yes, and it would be very difficult to have to give up modern conveniences, I would have to say, just
Okay.
selfishly.
So so
And I
you
and I
travel.
say that selfishly.
So how many countries did you travel to as an working as an air hostess?
Oh, a lot. A lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Wow, that's amazing. So if I could ask you a question right now,
Sure.
um, if you were to write a letter today, a letter to your younger self,
Okay.
what what will be the words? What will the words be? If you were to write a letter to your younger self today.
Oh, well, that is a loaded question because I'm 52 years old now,
Yes.
and I don't have my health on my side. And so I would tell myself to focus on my health. I would tell myself to travel as much as I possibly could. Oh, there he is. He's back. I would focus on my health. I would travel as much as I possibly could. I would, and I don't know very many. I only know one other language. Um, I would learn more than one language for sure. Absolutely learn more than one language. Um, oh, he keeps having to leave. There he's back and he's gone. Now he's back in the dark. That's okay. You can still hear, yeah? Okay, there he is. And I would tell myself to love more people. I would tell myself, I would, let's see, I would tell myself to talk to young people more. I can't hear you. No, I can't hear you. Exit blocked. Go forward. And try to go out and come back in. Go back out and then come back in. Okay, maybe he'll have audio now. Okay, here he is. Okay. Okay, let's see. Can I hear you?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Yes.
Okay, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So,
Yeah, I would tell myself that. I would tell myself to talk to young people more often,
yeah,
to be more patient,
yes,
to be more patient,
yeah.
and to help as many people as I possibly could.
Wow, that's amazing. That's so nice.
Well, it's the truth.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Because now I'm the one who needs the help.
Yeah,
You know, usually it's not much that I can help people with. I'm usually the one that needs the help. And so I
wow,
would think to help as many people as you could.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
So, what advice will you give to someone like me who is out here back in Africa, or other, if you are given an audience of people like me, like let's say 100 people like me, what advice will you give to us, we who are trying to like do our best here back in Africa, trying to
Mhm.
like push our way out to go beyond the limits, to do
Okay.
beyond our capabilities, and to like go beyond whatever we can to make it out? What advice will you give?
Well, I wasn't prepared for this, um, but I'll do my best. Read as much as you can. Read,
Yes,
read, read. Because knowledge is key. Knowledge. And it doesn't matter how book smart you are. It's important to know what is going on in the world. Keep up on keep up on your health.
yes,
Never be kinder to somebody than you want them to be kind to you.
yes,
Personally, myself,
yeah,
and this is me speaking only,
yeah.
read the Bible.
Wow, that's a nice point. I love that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Because that has been very special to me.
Yes,
It's been power for me
yes,
when I've been in agony with pain because of
yeah,
my disease. When I've been um, afraid, when I felt alone. I always had that to fall back on. Always gave me comfort.
Yeah.
Always gave me what I needed.
Yeah.
I have found that I have never, God has never allowed me to go through more than what I can handle.
Yes.
And then, oh, the another thing that I would say
Yeah.
is to pick your battles,
Yeah.
but the ones that you choose to fight, you
Yes.
better be sure that you can win it.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yes. And so the only way that you're going to be able to know how to do it is by
Yeah.
knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Knowledge is power. Read,
Exactly.
know the current events around the world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So if I
that's
will
what I would
reverse,
say. Huh?
if I if I will reverse the same question to myself,
Okay.
given an audience that is younger than me and also older than I, because I'm just 22 years old,
Mm-hmm.
given an audience of age above and below mine, what I will first say, the first thing I would say is that the only thing anyone can eliminate is fear, because fear has killed more dreams than failure has ever done.
Mm-hmm.
So, if we can be able to overcome the fear of maybe being alone, the fear of maybe something will take or finish someone's strength, the fear of not like let's say you wanna explore and maybe you are fearing to explore,
Mm-hmm.
like eliminate the fear.
Yeah.
Number two is believe in yourself. Believe
Mm-hmm.
that you can make a good family. Believe that you
Mm-hmm.
can make a good business. Believe that you
Mm-hmm.
can make a good career. Believe that you can influence politicians around you. Believe that you can influence the society in a positive way.
Mm-hmm.
Also, number three, and which is very, very most important, is that be positive and open.
Mm-hmm.
Because with an open and positive mindset, like that's the only way you link with people from different parts of the world.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way you'll be able to like make you'll squeeze yourself through like a society that is like um can I say, if they can't understand you with an open mind,
Mm-hmm.
they will be able to understand what you want to do and what you want to say. And
Mm-hmm.
as well, you will able to understand them.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the three things I will say. And the last thing above all, I'll ask everyone to pray. Prayers work.
Yeah,
They do work. Yeah.
they do.
If you wake up if you wake up today and maybe you are feeling that I feel like today is my last day, just pray.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel like today I don't have food, just pray and food will come.
Mm-hmm.
It might not fall from heaven, it might not be brought by your neighbor, but if you pray, everything works.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So
I
that's what I
the
want.
sun.
That,
Let me just move my chair because the
okay.
sun. Okay, here we are.
So that's what I will say if the same question was reversed to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes.
Ian, let me ask you,
Yeah.
what do you see for yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years,
Yes.
I see myself as a very influential person, both on social media and even out of social media.
Mm-hmm.
I see myself as a very successful person. I can see myself as a mentor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I use British English a lot. Some say mentor or others say mentor. Me, I say it
It's okay.
mentor.
We understand. It's all right.
Yeah. So I see myself as a mentor to many. I see myself traveling to lots of places, and I believe that I'll be able to achieve my dreams in 5 years to come.
Very impressive. When I was 23, I was married and had
Yeah,
a young child.
yeah,
And my dreams were to see the world.
yeah.
And I wondered how I was going to do that. And then one day I got a job. And there I was,
Wow,
flying and seeing the world,
wow.
you know? Yeah. But one thing that I would just make sure that
Yes,
you cannot trust everybody.
yes.
You cannot trust everybody on the internet.
Yeah, yeah,
Be very careful. Be careful who you seek advice from and who you take advice from,
yeah,
because there are thousands of people out there who have advice freely to give, but it may be wrong.
yeah,
So just be very, very cautious of whom you take advice from. And when you give advice to people, you need to make sure you know what you're talking about. Just make
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
And I think you'll be fine.
Wow, that's amazing.
I'm very impressed with you, Ian.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I I
Yeah.
really I really really appreciate, and I'm very happy to be on this live stream. I want to give a special thanks to everyone who joined the live stream today.
Likewise.
Yeah,
Likewise.
I say thank you guys for listening to us today. Thank you for sharing
Hmm.
your opinions. Thank you for liking the live stream. Thank you for engaging with Calamity Girl and I on the comment section. It's been a
Thank
wonderful.
you.
So I'm inviting everyone to my graduation on 19th.
Oh, will it be live streamed?
Yeah, it will be a live stream. I'll do a very big live stream.
Then I for sure will be coming by.
Yeah, on 19th. 19th, the whole of 19th
Mhm.
will be a live stream day.
Wonderful. Oh
Yes,
my goodness. Well, you deserve the very best. You
yes.
deserve
Actually,
the very best.
it
What?
will be a it will be a double celebration, celebrating the monetization of my channel, celebrating.
Yes. Isn't that something? And I just have to show you.
Yes.
Can I show you my shower? I know it's weird, but
Okay,
I
no
love my
problem.
shower. Okay, okay, I'll show you my shower.
No problem.
Okay.
Maybe
Let's
if
see.
I'm given such a shower, I can shower for like 2 hours.
Yes. Okay. Oh, just one moment. One moment. Okay. 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 This is my bathroom. And here's my shower.
It looks so nice.
And then you can sit down there.
Oh, wow, 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 wow.
So I love my shower. So whoops.
That, that's amazing. It's
You
a
know,
very,
I was watching today. your live
Yes.
stream,
Yeah.
and I noticed the women washing clothes in the muddy river.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god. This is my washing, how I
Ma-
wash.
You're
This is
washing
my
machine.
washing. Yeah.
Here in Africa, people wash at the river clothes.
I wash in there and then I dry them in there.
Wow. How many minutes does it take?
Well, it depends on how much I want to do, but
Oh, it has a song.
yeah, I can do a normal wash, a heavy duty, a
Wow.
bedding, a speed wash,
Wow.
and then the dryer knows exactly how long to dry it for.
It has music.
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh. Wow. Wow. Did you guys see that? It has music, yo. Hey.
Yeah. And so, uh, but yeah,
Maybe,
welcome to
maybe,
my bathroom.
maybe, maybe, such things are my dreams. Maybe, I'm soon planning to buy some land and maybe build my house, my dream house. Maybe,
Oh,
maybe if I build my dream house, I'll buy such a thing. I don't know what it's called, a dryer.
it's washer dryer, a washer and
Washer,
dryer.
washer dryer.
hmm
Hey,
And
yeah, yeah.
here in the United States, it's about $1,200.
1,200.
Mm-hmm. About that.
That's equivalent. The land I want to buy is $1,500. Now a washer is 1,200.
Oh, well, not all washers, not all of them. Just that one is. There's a lot of washers and dryers
Yes.
that are much more economical and do the same thing.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Wow.
so you could get a washer and dryer both here
Yes.
in the States for, I don't know, $400 maybe. But
Wow.
now I know that in other countries you can get them for cheaper.
Wow.
Yeah, we have family in Israel, and a few years ago, I was back in Israel to visit, and we
Yes.
bought them a washer dryer, and it was $400 for both
Wow.
in Israel.
Maybe I'll put even such nice curtains as yours there. Those curtains. Are they curtains?
Cutting?
The
Oh,
ones,
curtains! The curtains. Oh
yeah,
yes, yeah, yeah.
the
Those are
ones
easy.
behind. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you around. I'll show you around a little
Yeah.
bit. Okay,
Those are very.
Gracie. Let me throw her outside. Grace, no, you silly girl. You you can go outside. You can go outside. Dear Lord. Let me see here. Okay, my stairs. This one area is not done. It's almost done though. It will
Wow.
be just like those
Wow.
up, up here. But this is uh our the area, our living room, and then that's our where we eat.
Yes.
And then this is the kitchen. It's pretty
Yes.
massive.
Yeah.
And then we have a a a washroom here. Oh,
Wow.
something's on the floor there. And then
Yeah.
This is our bathroom. We're going to be getting a different bed, so this will be going away soon. And so this is our bedroom, and then the bathroom,
Wow.
and then downstairs. I don't. I'm not going to go down the stairs. I'm not
Okay.
feeling good enough to. But
Okay.
downstairs, we have another big room like this here, and then we
Wow.
have two bedrooms and a bathroom.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
really, really.
it is. It's
Maybe
big.
one day soon, I'll get such a house. I'll build such.
Yes, you will. You
It's it's
will.
it's it's
Yes.
always my dream, to like, living with grandparents. For someone, I told you, like, as a gentleman in Africa,
Mm-hmm.
it reaches to a point whereby now, like, you need to go out and live your own life. So if you have an opportunity, like for me, where right now I'm doing this live stream from, it's a house that I'm renting.
Mm-hmm.
Just a
May I
simple,
ask how much do
yes.
you? How much is? How big is your home? And how much does it cost to rent?
Where I'm staying right now.
Yes.
I'm doing the live stream in the house that I'm renting. The electricity is out, but it's a very tiny. Can you guys see anything?
Yes.
Yes, my mattress is on the floor. I don't sleep on a bed. Like,
Okay.
just it's a small, tiny house
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
with my suitcase right there
Okay.
and my curtain right here.
Yeah.
So I'm not ashamed of my house because
You
I'm
should
proud of
never
it.
be ashamed of what God has blessed you with.
Yes. So this is how I'm starting my life. Like,
Wonderful.
so very soon I'll buy my own land and then build my own house. And then I'll
Mhm.
put beautiful beds. Like, I'm starting from zero. So
Maybe I will send you some curtains.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All dreams are valid.
Yes, absolutely.
So
I can send you
so
some curtains.
thank you so much. So for me, I'm proud of every little step that I'm trying to make out here.
You should be.
Yeah, so I'm really trying to put in the hard work, like, I'm really trying my best. So you
Mm-hmm.
also asked about how much I rent at.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember I paid like, that's 24.3 dollars.
Oh, a month.
Yeah, a month, 24.
Oh my goodness. That is that is unheard of here. That would nobody would ever be able to rent something like that ever for $24.
It's actually,
You can't even get out of the grocery store for $24.
so here it's 24, and it's
Here,
it
okay,
looks
let me
it
tell you,
looks like, yeah, yeah,
In New York City, it would
yeah.
be probably 1,700 to 2,000 in New York City. Now,
2,000.
oh, in New York City. Now, if you were to come here maybe to Wyoming, I would say maybe 300 a month.
300.
It's
Hey,
a
I'm
bed
scared.
for one bedroom, yeah. Here in
One
Wyoming,
bedroom.
but it's just it's just one room house, right?
Wow.
Yeah, so you have just one room house. That's it.
I feel like fainting. 300.
Maybe. Yeah. It's expensive here in the United States.
Wow.
It is
Sometimes,
if you go around the world and
yes.
the Europe is very expensive. It is very expensive here. Mexico
What
is very
what
economical.
what makes it expensive? The shower?
The shower? No. What makes it expensive?
Um, is it
Everything. Everything is
tax,
expensive. What?
tax? Is it
Tax?
tax,
Oh yes, we have
tax?
tax. Our in here in Wyoming, our tax
Yes,
is 4.5. It's 4%.
yes.
Yes, I think. Yeah.
Hey, that here, here, if someone tells me to pay $24 on my own, I don't know. Maybe that night I'll not wake up. Or maybe I'll faint for a week. 24 sounds it's like so much. 24 is hey, my friend. 24.
Wow. Now, but see, that's for just a one bedroom, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's just
Okay.
one bedroom.
Okay.
It's a two
So
room.
yeah, so here in Wyoming, if someone
Yeah.
were to rent a bedroom from me, I don't know. I maybe I would charge them about 300, but maybe it should be closer to 5. I'm a sucker. We lost our friend again. Very interesting, isn't this, you guys? Oh, let me see. We're waiting for him to come back on, you guys. Way of life here looks good, but is it really right, Kath? Oh, he's back. There you are. You're back.
Okay.
Hello.
You know, you know, hello. The problem is that I have to buy internet. I always keep on buying I have to buy internet. Buy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You know, do you have a PayPal?
No, my PayPal doesn't work. I use Coffee Link. I have a Coffee Link.
Oh, okay, like buy you coffee. Oh yes, I've done that for you before.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a Coffee Link on my
You
page.
know, on your page, hey True, are you able to go fetch that buy me a coffee link off of his page and maybe post it? And only if anybody is interested in buying in a coffee, maybe we could buy him a coffee.
My internet is like going. I have to keep buying and buying. But sometimes like I feel it's good to like get exposed to such challenges.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, where like so that maybe one day you'll be remembering those days when you are doing the live streams and they were not connecting.
Oh,
Like that
sure.
that's how stories are made. That's how you make your own stories.
You know, I must tell you that I grew up when I was born in 1971, and
Yes.
the world has changed so much, even since 1980. And it's very, very different now.
Wow.
So, just like you said, stories. And you know what? That's another thing I would tell you. Make sure to tell your stories. Keep your stories alive. Keep your legacy alive. Keep
That's
your
ex
legacy alive. Yeah.
that's that's the point. That's exactly the point.
Mhm.
So I feel like getting exposed to such challenges like right now
Thank you, Kath.
I'm I'm somewhere like far away. I'm actually 8 hours away from home.
Oh, okay.
So So I had to leave my old grandparents alone at home. I had to leave my little cousins alone, and I had to come out here, face the world exactly how it is.
Mm.
I have to know what it means to go for a day without food. I have to know what it means to pay transport every day. I have to know what exactly it means to sleep without a bed. I have to know what exactly it means to go through those hardships. They harden you, they make you tough.
Yes, they do.
You have to be a
They
strong
do.
fighter for you to push to adulthood.
Absolutely.
So we need
Absolutely.
to, so every day is not about complaining, complaining, complaining. Sometimes you have to accept whatever it is you have at hand.
Mhm. And
Just,
and not just accept it, but to go forward with it.
yes, sometimes I tell people, you don't just pray every day asking God, God, give me money, give me good health, give me. You don't keep on asking. Sometimes
Mhm.
it's good to say, thank you, God, for the good health. Thank
Mhm.
you for my little house. Thank you
Mhm.
for my mattress. Thank you for my
Yeah.
pets. Like,
Yes.
appreciate the little available things. Appreciate them.
I must tell you that the best time
Yeah,
in mine and my husband's life is when we struggled the most,
yeah.
when money was hard to come by. He had to bring home toilet paper from work. We had to do grocery shopping at the local convenience store, you know,
Wow.
because that's all we had a credit card for.
Yeah.
And so it was very difficult, but we got through it. And we look back at it, and it's the best time that it made us strong.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
And
that's
then my health.
yes,
I'm
yes.
trying to use my platform to expose um, people with illnesses like mine.
Wow.
I'm trying.
Wow.
We'll see how it goes, but
So
I'm trying.
yeah, yeah. So I was trying to make my point clear on that. It's good to appreciate the little things we get in life. They are so significant, and they are very, very important. Like, they build a very strong foundation for us.
Hmm.
Because one day you'll be at the top, and maybe you'll be looking down and you'll be saying, look at how far I've come. Maybe one day you'll be looking at the sickness, and maybe you'll be saying, oh my God, the sickness went.
Hmm.
And now you'll be celebrating, and you'll be thankful, and you'll be very happy to share your joy with everyone around you.
Hmm.
So that's how life is supposed, and life should be taken easy, not stressing, not overthinking, like
Yeah.
not too serious.
Hmm.
Life is meant for the living. So just live life peacefully, be open, be positive, um, be disciplined. And me, I always say that discipline is not tied to age.
Hmm.
Whether you are above 90 or below 90, discipline is still a factor that is significant to everyone. Discipline
Absolutely.
discipline in terms of feeding yourself, in terms of keeping time, in terms of like going for meetings, you know,
Hmm.
such things. So yeah,
Yes.
and also being focused.
Hmm.
So such things. Like, life is for the living. Just be humble.
That
And
right there is key.
yeah, and
Humility
yeah,
will, if you live your life
yes,
with humility,
Yeah.
You will be asked from the lowest. You will be invited to places from where you were at.
Yes.
You'll be invited to places that you've never thought of.
Wow.
Hmm. Yeah.
So that's exactly how life is supposed to be. I'm not a motivational speaker, but I at least have something to share with my friends over here.
Absolutely.
Exactly, and exactly. And all you just need around you is people who need to cheer you up,
Yeah.
people who need to keep you going. I always tell this story. There was once a competition in a small town
Hmm.
deep in the villages of Africa. There was a small town and there was a competition, and we had three competitors. So it's story time now. A little story.
Perfect.
So we are in a small town, right? And in this small town, we have a very large crowd of people trying now. We have three competitors,
Okay.
we have an audience watching, and we have three tall towers. So we had three competitors. One was deaf,
Okay.
and two could hear. Two of them could hear.
All right.
So the competition was about climbing three tall towers. So each person will climb the tower to the top. So at the top of the tower, we had some very huge chunks of cash.
Cash.
Oh, yeah, cash,
Okay, like money.
money. Yeah, money. So whoever would climb to the topmost part of his tower could get the cash. So one person was deaf, and two, both of them could hear.
Mm-hmm.
So they were told, onto your marks, get ready, go. So they ran and now they reached where the poles were. They were tall poles like masts, telephone masts.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to climb. They had to climb, climb, climb. So the three of them were climbing, everyone climbing his own pole.
Okay.
But the crowd down there cheering them up. Some could shout, "Hey, look, you will fall. Don't you love your life? Don't you love yourself? Why are you loving money? You will fall, and if you fall, you're gonna come down and fall, and you're not gonna make it."
Mm-hmm.
So the first guy who could hear, when he was about almost at the middle of the tower, he got discouraged, so he came down. The second guy, who was deaf, could not hear anything, so he kept going, kept going, kept going. The third guy, when he was halfway, the screams could get into his ears, and he could hear people saying, "You will fall. We love you. Don't go up. You will fall. We want you down here." So
Mm-hmm.
he came down. But the guy who was deaf climbed the pole, picked the cash, and came down with it. So what's the moral of the story? The moral of the story is that we should all give deaf ears to discourage us in life. So someone might tell you, "Look, your sickness will do this and that." No, it won't. Someone might tell you your family will not go well. It won't.
Mm-hmm.
Someone might be laughing maybe at your house. No, you will not stay in that house that people are laughing at forever.
Mm-hmm.
You might be trying to make a business. No, that business will not. So give deaf ears
Yes.
to discourage us. Keep focus. Keep doing your thing.
You know how I heard that story that you just said? I heard it
Yeah.
when you said, "What is the moral of the story?" What came to mind to me was, don't listen to all the people around you who are
Yes.
yelling this and that and this and that. You keep your
Yes.
eye on the prize and
Yes.
what you're focused on,
Yes.
and then that will speak to you of how to get there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
That's how I heard it.
yeah, so if I was to award the winners, I would have awarded the deaf guy. And you know what advice I would have given to the two guys who had ears listening?
Hmm.
I would have told them that people who are trying like to give you advice, yes, they could be right, and at the same time, they could be wrong. But they are those advice, and advice is someone's opinion.
Hmm.
It's someone's perception.
Absolutely.
So so you need your own opinions as well because it's you. And you need also your own perceptions and your own interpretations of the journey that you are in. So you are the mastermind of everything. So
Ian,
that's my
you are
motive.
you're very wise beyond your years.
So that's self-taught. That's self-taught. I didn't go to any. Nobody taught me that.
Like I said, you're very wise beyond your years. Somebody who is 23, mm, they might know the words, but they don't believe it. It's not what drives them. You're very wise. I feel
Oh,
very privileged to have gotten to know you
thank
and
you.
call you friend. Absolutely.
Thank you. So
Absolutely.
that, that's my motivation to anyone listening today. That's my motivation to anyone who is out there. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. And I also feel like don't if you get such lessons and such stories, like don't keep them to yourself. If maybe you are grabbing a coffee with a group of friends, tell them the story.
yes.
If maybe you are out there and you find a friend who is maybe bored, just tell them the story. Tell them, hey, look here, we have a very beautiful story here. We had three people
Mhm.
competing to climb towers, you know.
You
Just
know,
pass the message on.
yeah, I think that what you're referring to are parables. There's stories that we can learn from.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's a parable. Oh my goodness. Well, maybe you and I can chat again in the near future.
exactly, exactly, exactly.
Sure. And for all of you in the chat, and for those of you who are going to be watching the replay, please make sure to let me know. Make a put replay in the comment, and so I
Yes,
know
yes.
that you're watching the replay. And because I read every single comment, it may take me a little while to get to them because I respond to every single one of them. So it might take me a little bit to get to them all,
Yes.
but I get to them. And
Wow.
I'm thankful that I'm thankful to have your to know your acquaintance. And
Yeah.
I'm hoping that your acquaintance will develop into a beautiful friendship.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for having me on your channel, my friend. I'm
You're
very happy to
welcome.
have 36 people listening. You know, actually right now it's past midnight here. It's 1:43 a.m.
You must go to bed, my friend.
Yes, yes. I'll be sleeping exactly after the live stream. So, I
Okay,
told the story because I'm an Afri teller. I want to be a teller of Afri stories. So I have very
wonderful.
many stories coming up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be doing such live streams to tell stories. So I have very many stories coming up.
Well, maybe I can come on to yours and then you can come on to mine and we can share.
Yeah, yeah. We will arrange for our next one.
Sounds good, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much
Everybody
and
in the chat, thank you. Thank you so
Yeah,
much. Thank you, mods, very
yeah,
much.
thank you.
Yeah. And you
So
sleep well.
thank you. So I wanna say goodbye from Africa,
And I
and
want to say goodbye from Wyoming.
and goodbye, and I'll see you everyone on our next one. Bye bye.
Bye bye, my friend.
Bye bye.
Okay. Ah.